Shalom, everyone. So, the last few days I've been trying different studying methods for Torah. I really, um, I really want to grasp the Torah, and I know it's going to take, if I even feel like I've grasped it, it's going to be years and years and years of study. But it's always good to examine your methods of study. For example, we have a Torah group. We study the Haftarah on Thursdays, and we study the Torah portion on Sundays. And we do this online in a Stickum group. And it's in real time, and we get to see each other, and we talk about the Parsha and the Haftarah, etc. And that's really, really good. I find it's one of the best study tools is to study with somebody else, because the more people you get to study with, the more varied the interpretation is going to be, and you never know when someone is going to say something that will inspire you, and then you'll see something in the Torah and go, oh, the whole thing makes sense to me now. So I find that's rule numero uno, is to study with other people. Now, what I do to supplement my studying when I'm not in a group is I have my Torah, and of course it's got all these marks in it, right? From where I read. And for example, right now I'm reading Yehoshua, and Yehoshua is very, very interesting. It's really jam-packed with a lot of stuff. So what I do is I use pencil, and I'll make little notes in the margin. But, like, for example, if there's like a paragraph, there's the Hebrew on one side and the English on the other. At the top, I might just write in a few words that summarizes those few paragraphs that I've just read. And the other thing that I'll do is if I find something that's um, that's really compelling and I don't understand it, I'll take a notebook, and I'll just, for example, um, I write uh, Yehoshua in Hebrew, and I translate it, and then I write down the verses, and I summarize them, and then I'll ask my question, or I'll just ask my question. So, for example, um, in Yehoshua chapter 2, verse 12, it says, she asked to be protected with her family when the Israelites come into Jericho. They agree. Now, in context, because I've made other notes about it, I'm talking about the prostitute Rahab. Rahab was the prostitute that the two Israelite spies met when they went into Jericho. And when the rest of the community was trying to hunt down the two spies, prostitute Rahab hid them in her home, and then allowed them to leave where they would be safe. And as a reward, she asked them, when you come and attack Jericho, please spare me and my family. And so they made a deal. Okay, well, Rahab will save your mother, your father. Just make sure they all come in your house and hang a crimson cord from your home, and you'll be fine. And sure enough, when Yehoshua goes into Jericho, uh, Rahab is saved with her family. So this is what I do: is I write down individual things in my book, that individual passages where I have questions, and some of them get quite deep. For example, in Yehoshua chapter 9, verse 27, I summarize, Israel finds out the Hivites, or the people that inhabit Gibeon, are really enemies, but have sworn not to harm them. The Hivites became drawers of water and hewers of wood for all time. And my question was, who is this people that serve the Israelites? Because it says they serve us to this day, and my question is, who are these people? So it's really good to keep a small notebook and, just write in pencil, because you want to be able to erase. You don't want to write in anything that's going to be permanent. So anyway, that is how I do my studying. That's one of the ways that I do it. And it's always good to have um, lots of note-taking materials and lots of books. And I've already offered the people that I study with, I've already offered them, because I have a Japanese dollar store right near where I live, where I get all this stuff for really cheap. And I've offered the friends that I study with books, mechanical pencils, and these nice brush pens that you can write Hebrew in. That it looks really good. Um, so, I mean, any kind of paper stuff, like little sticky things, any of that, I can get it for wicked cheap. So, yeah. So that's my current method of study, and I think it's working out better, because if I have a question about the book of Yehoshua, I can just go back and look at my summary, or just go into the Torah, and I can see my notes in pencil at the top of some of the paragraphs, so I know exactly what's going on. All right, everyone, so Thursday is going to be our Torah study. It's going to be the Torah portion for this week and the Haftarah. So we're putting it all in one big study time, because we didn't study on Sunday because it was Tish B'Av. So I will make a video, obviously, on Thursday to let everybody know that, we're studying that night. So if you're watching me now, don't worry. There will be another video telling you where to go, so you can come in the room and you can study Torah with us. And let's hope we have a really fruitful Torah study like we did the last time we had one. The last one we had was really great. We had a lot of new people come in. We had a little bit of a bad experience, but that's to be expected, because as soon as people see the name of our room, they're going to think that they can come in and argue about Israel, and that's not the purpose of the room. So anyway, everyone, I hope you all had a wonderful Shabbat, and I hope you had an easy fast on Tish B'Av, and I will talk to all of you later. Shalom.